Whitford. I'm a publisher and editorial director of Test Management Professional, PMP. And the only reason I'm introducing myself is I'm slightly smaller than I was last year, so some people might not recognize me. We'll see next year. I'm one donut away from last year. You know, we did some surveys after the event last year, and the theme was, please God, less Whitford. And I took it literally, but they went with a smaller podium, so you guys wouldn't know there's less Whitford. But since you guys laughed at the joke, I'll give credit to PMP's new parent company, North Coast Media. We couldn't be happier. We're now owned by one of our own, someone that we've worked with on the sales side and edit side for 13 years. Kevin Stolman bought PMP Magazine along with 5 other magazines. All of our PMP Hall of Famers, if you could please stand and be recognized for your contributions to the industry. I'd also like to ask if we could have a moment of tribute to Dr. John Osmond, who passed away October 13th. First, we'd like to call up on stage representatives from our gracious PMP Hall of Fame sponsors: Bird Be Gone, Bug Off Pest Control, Control Solutions Inc., JT, Marathon Data Systems, MGK, Oldham Chemicals, Purdue University, and Rockwell Labs. So 3 times the number of sponsors we had last year. This industry gives back and recognizes its own. Thank you so much. We all salute you guys for helping us do things like this.
I'm Ian from Bird Be Gone. Just want to thank everybody in the industry and congratulations to everybody in the Hall of Fame. Thank you.
I'm Bobby Bledsoe with Oldham Chemicals, and we're glad to be here. The Oldham sends their regards, and they're doing well, and we appreciate everything, and we wish all the Hall of Famers congratulations.
I'm Lynn Hill with Control Solutions, and we're just glad to be a sponsor of this very special event.
Hi, Brian Cullitz, MGK, and we just want to congratulate all of the honorees, and we're very proud to be a sponsor tonight.
Hi, Sarah from Marathon Data Systems. We just want to congratulate all the honorees and thank you for having us tonight.
Sissy from Rockwell Labs, and I'm sure you're not here to see me.
I'm Andy Linares with Bug Off Pest Control Center, and Marty, you'll recall I am just as small as I was last year. But I'm always proud to support this great event, and I'm encouraged by all of the sponsors that have joined me, and that can only bode well for the continuance of this institution.
Thank you again, PMP Hall of Fame sponsors, for helping us. Each year, our PMP Hall of Fame Selection Committee closely reviews and considers more than 100 nominations for induction. Our selection committee comprises more than a dozen PMP Hall of Famers, as well as PMP staffers, columnists, and editorial advisory board members. Positions on the selection committee rotate regularly. After much discussion, argument, members cast their confidential votes for induction based on individual contributions to advancing not just their companies, but the entire industry, and to securing professionals' rightful place as protectors of public health and guardians of the environment. Before we introduce our PMP Hall of Fame class of 2012, we'd like to dispel once and for all a few widespread rumors that PMP Hall of Famers are selected via any of the following ways. Cricket wars. It's absolutely untrue that we organize a back alley blood sport. in which male crickets representing nominees fight for their lives and for their namesake's induction into the PMP Hall of Fame. Siri says, while we embrace technology at PMP, we have not turned over the selection process to Siri. And last but not least, there is no truth to last nominees sleeping. The rumor that PMP interns representing Hall of Fame nominees sleep in military barracks and cots infested with bedbugs, and that the last 5 interns to stick it out win induction for the nominees they represent. That's not how it goes. Induction into the Hall of Fame isn't a contest, popularity or otherwise. It quite simply is the highest peer recognition a professional can receive for a lifetime spent advancing professional pest management.
I'm extremely honored to introduce to you our PMP Hall of Fame class of 2012, Dr. Jerome Goddard, public health entomologist turned professor. Dr. Goddard is a renowned author and legendary industry infotainment speaker. Posthumous inductee George L. Hocknios. As founder of Sentinel Laboratory, Hocknios helped chemical manufacturers test their products' efficacy before branching into providing professional pest management services. Hocknios chaired the MPCA's Materials, Standards, and Methods Committees from 1935 through 1947 and served as the association's 14th president. Another posthumous inductee, James A. Nelson, the first executive director of Pi Chi Omega and a former editor and publisher of this publication. Nelson played a pivotal role in launches of the True and Scientific Guide to Pest Management Operations and Purdue University's related correspondence course, as well as PMP's sister publication, Landscape Management. Dr. Michael F. Potter, an ag chemical R&D expert turned pest management professional, Oregon National Technical Director. Today, Dr. Potter serves as an extension entomologist, researcher, and industry event speaker and organizer. And finally, Gary W. Robbins. After 20 years of service in public health entomology at the Mississippi Department of Health, PMP Hall of Fame inductee Dr. Goddard now is an associate professor of entomology at Mississippi State University.
Jerome had said first that he certainly wishes to express his deep gratitude to PMP Magazine and all the people who nominated and voted on him winning this award. In his words, and if you know Jerome, you can hear him say this, "I'm humbled by the whole thing and feel that there are many other, perhaps better deserving of this honor." Dr. Goddard has been a medical and public health entomologist for approximately 25 years, in which he has been charged with the regulatory, research, and educational efforts to protect the public's health from the insect vectors and the diseases they may carry. And he hopes that he can continue to be a friend to the pest control industry for many years to come. On behalf of Dr. Jerome Goddard, thank you.
Hi, I'm Jerry Mix. A lot of you know me. I'm honored to be in this Hall of Fame. A great event like today. I'll tell you some things about this Hall of Fame event that might be of interest. One year, we were inducting some people, and one of the people was Vern Walter. Vern Walter wrote for Pest Control Magazine for many, many years. He was a sanitarian. He came up here and said, we gave him his award, and he said, "Gee, I'd like to thank you very much for this wonderful award," and he sat down. So then came Tom Evans. Now, a lot of you know Tom Evans, of course. And Tom Evans he's passed away. He was from Southern Mill Creek Products of Ohio. And Tom started to read a list of all his customers. So we put up with that for 15, 20 minutes as Tom ran on and on and on. And finally, I thought, well, okay, time to give Mr. Evans the hook. So we came up and literally escorted him off the stage. But in Tom's ability, he never quits. He had a party afterward, and he invited many of us, including me, and I don't know why, because took him off the stage, but anyway, included me. Anyway, then he continued to read off his list. I'm inviting you in this program to read about George Hopkins and Jim Nelson. But Jim Nelson played a significant role in making this industry what it is today. And you'd have to be pretty old to know because he was an editor and publisher of this magazine for a long time. One of the things he did was launch Scientific Guide to Pest Control, which is certainly one of the Bibles of this industry.